that?
Who that?
Who that? Who that?
What's
We that.
up, you
Who that?
guys? Hey, y'all. What's up? What's up? This is another edition of Melanin Not Included, where you get your daily dose of Black culture from Blonde Root. I am your girl today, Sunflower. Hi, how are you?
Personalities.
I'm dead. And I'm
Hello,
dead.
hi. It is I, Gab Galore.
And what's up, spiritual beings? It is the one and only Brittany Bentayga. You see how that was just better than sunflower?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
be a hater.
It's
Don't be a
low.
hater. Last week I was Lady Marmalade, and this week I
Well,
was
tell
Sunflower.
them what your actual name is. For they be looking for a sunflower, maybe marmalade.
Well, I guess you can look me up by Cree. All right.
I guess.
Anyway, well, again, today today the show is all about
Dating or
Dating
not dating.
to
or
date
not
or not
dating.
to date, online dating, ghosting, dating. Once you decide I'm gonna put up with your shit, you gonna put up with my shit. How do we continue to date while we dating, while we're in a relationship, even while
Dating with albinism.
and dating with albinism? You may think ain't nothing different about dating and albinism. Dating is dating, but you would be surprised. There are some things
You
that
wrong.
we deal with that I don't think the average person deals with. What do
Mm.
y'all think?
And hold up, we almost forgot something.
What?
Do we have something special for this episode? Or
You know what?
someone special?
I think you know what? I think today we do need an extra dose of some perspective. What y'all think?
I think so.
Okay.
I think we can use her ass on here.
All right. So today, y'all, we do have a special guest. Our girl Sinquista, she is coming in all the way from Miami. She is one of the dopest people we know. Yes, she does have albinism, so her melanin is also not included. So without further ado, we are going to go ahead and bring on our lady Q.
Q.
Hey,
Hi.
Q.
with the
Hey
bang.
guys.
With the bang.
A bang,
The
hey girl.
bang.
Oh,
Oh, oh, oh.
what's up?
Hey, girls. Hey, how are
What's
you?
up, Pooh?
I'm great. How are you ladies?
We're good.
Fabulous.
Well, welcome to the show, first of all. Um, this is Melanin Not Included. You already know what we about. You already know what we do. So why don't you give us a little bit about yourself? And we're talking about dating. So if you want to go in and just kind of
Mm,
get one, two perspective and start it off
mm.
as our special guest, go ahead.
I mean, well, again, hello, and thank you guys for having me. Um, I am I am Sinquista Threats to be exact. But you guys can call me Q. You know, everyone calls me Q. That's just what I go by, who I am. And I am a mom. So I have two kids, but they have their melanin included.
Yeah, they have their melanin.
Right?
My little chocolate babies. And let's jump right in, guys.
Dating with albinism.
Dating
How is it
without
been
business.
for you as a mom dating with children and having albinism? How's that bam going?
Dating is for me, and like not even with the albinism, I'm very cautious. So dating is not kind of the easiest thing for me. Also, I get annoyed very easy. So yeah, I can start off, everything will be good. Then you do like the slightest thing to get under my skin, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I could do this.
Okay.
This
Yeah,
ain't
What
gonna
does
okay.
work
that
for
I,
sound
me.
I
like?
I feel you there. But what about like specifically like has anyone ever dated you just because you had albinism, or was that like past
Oh,
motivation?
oh, listen. I think not necessarily dated me, but they have tried to, you know,
I had
You can
like
say it.
some
Because
fetish.
You
of
know
the
to say this, oh, this show is adult rated, honey.
You can
Don't
say it. They try to
you
They
can't
tried to give me the,
this ain't for the churn.
Drop off.
But I just recently had a situation where a guy stopped me. A guy stopped me and he, tried to talk to me or whatever. And I gave him my number. And so, the first thing he says is, "Oh, I've never had a person with albinism." Like he's gassing me up, but it's due to the albinism.
Mhm.
Oh, you a fat. Oh, I got me an albino. Oh, I'm finna
Mhm.
give me
Yeah,
an
You
albino
ain't heard
munchkin.
that before.
Oh, I can't wait to get. Oh, what it look like. Like,
Oh
sir,
God.
So, Brittany, have you had any similar experiences to that?
Girl, yeah. I've had men tell me that I'm like the ultimate fantasy because they've always wanted to date a white girl, but they know they can't date a white girl because they can't bring her home. So I can get brought home to the family and
wow.
feel his fantasy at the same time. I've been told that, and I've had guys say I've never fucked anyone before. I'm like, um,
Now, now
but yeah, I've had the fetishes. Even in our own little community that we have, there is a whole little community of people with albinism. There have been some AB collectors, as we call them, of our little creepo weirdo guys that have these fetishes with women with albinism just because it's something that they've never had before. It's like a notch on your belt. So with me and dating, I take that into account. Like, are you dating me for me, or are you dating me to say that you smashed
right.
an albino girl?
Yeah. Yeah. Now, what about you, Gab?
Y'all know I really don't date. With guys, usually I don't even pay attention to the ones that like me too much. So if they did have a fetish and they like expressed that too early on, no. I've come across it a couple times, maybe like in the getting to know, like maybe the meeting each other stage, but I don't keep them around long enough to know their intentions.
That's interesting. We will dive into that because that sounds like a lot of ghosting to me.
It does.
And that's interesting because you're the female that do it, and usually guys kind of do the ghosting.
Oh, I ghost.
They
Oh,
want.
I'm ghosted.
I go.
I ghost.
Now, we've talked about, the fantasies and the fetishes, but there's also been some negative experiences with having albinism as well, because I've experienced that. Like, in my previous relationship, I've had someone tell my ex, when you gonna get a real black girlfriend? Because, like, oh, and actually, to be frank, what she said to him was, when you gonna get some real black pussy? That's what she said to him. And so, of course, he told me, and I told him to kindly tell her that we do have real black pussy. It's just the pretty version. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the fantasy version. It's pink. It's pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. Like you said, it is a fantasy to guys to some degree. But like she came for me, so I had to go back at her. Like, I love my black women, but don't come for me, sis, because the only difference between is the melanin. That's it, and that's a big difference. But it is also a big similarity, believe it or not. And then I've also had what you said, guys can take you home. I've been in a situation where I've had to cut ties with a guy I was dating because his family did not approve of the fact that I had albinism. They were against it. They believed that it was a negative thing, and so they would taunt him and talk shit to him every day because they knew he was dating a girl with albinism, and I could see that it bothered him. So I was like, listen, one thing about me, I'm not going to come between anyone and their family. So if this is like, because I can't take this shit off for them, you know what I mean? Like, I can't, go put on some color for them and then come back out here. Like, I can't do that. So if they don't like who I am fundamentally, and that bothers you, we're just gonna have to part ways because I can't do that. So
Yeah.
there is positive and negative to dating with albinism because people's social circle is important. So just as much as people want to say, I ain't with the family or I ain't with the friends, you kind of are. You know what I mean? Because that can make it easier for them or harder for them if they choose to accept or deny your partner.
Yeah, that could be a big factor for a lot of people. So yeah. So
So
what about
that is what it is. But so let's jump into our first part of dating. Brittany, online dating. So okay, so let's set up the scenario. We decided, all right, I'm gonna start dating. I've been out here, ain't really seeing nobody on the scene. All these dating apps are coming out. Facebook started dating app, eHarmony, Black Planet, all the plenty of fish. Every type of dating you want to do, all type of things.
Plenty of fish.
She said Black Planet.
I'm just saying.
Right?
I'm taking it all the way back. You know what I mean?
So bad.
Walk us through this realm of
all the
online dating. What is online dating? How does it operate? What is that? What does that look like?
Oh God. Deep breath. Inhale, exhale, online motherfucker. So I've been single for 2 years, right? So I've had to dive in the deep wells of the online world through Tinder, BLK, and Facebook dating. Those are the 3 that I use. I use BLK the most because they got the most black men on it. So
BLK is.
The pros to online dating are, since we are in this panoramic, since we are in this Pillicinin, you know what I'm saying?
Wait a minute.
We are here in this plethora, you know what I mean?
But it's everything but a pandemic.
Sis me in a cesspool right now.
Bruh.
So since we are in this parallelogram, we have to online date.
I can't say
It's just easier to meet people since, you know what I'm saying, we're in this paraplegic out here. We kind of have to do this. So the cons are you are able to connect with people that you wouldn't ordinarily connect with because you can kind of cast your net out there to see kind of what's out there.
Wait, that's a pro, right? Not a con. That's a pro, right?
I mean, I said it's a pro.
Yeah, that's just said the pros to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said there are pros and cons, but the pros to it.
Yeah, the pros are you can kind of cast your net out and you can kind of set your little parameters, you know, and you can kind of, oh, that was thunder. I'm sorry. That's scary.
It's storming.
It's monsoon outside, y'all.
Y'all got a whole
I'm
up there.
hungry.
Ooh, Georgia in the middle of a tornado, hurricane, typhoon, monsoon.
I hear it too. Yeah.
Okay, so getting to know people online is a good thing because you really can meet some people online. I met some great guys online. Like I said, a good way for your profile to stand out to me is for you to actually write something on your bio. I can't.
Dudes are so bad at that. Like, why y'all don't have nothing there? Like, you want me to come in here and ask you a million questions? No.
That's what I'm saying. Or the niggas that put ask. Ask what? What the fuck am I supposed to ask? I hate it. Or they'll put nothing at all, or ask me, hit me up, or the niggas that are just in the city for the weekend, in Atlanta for the weekend, hit me up.
The reality of it all.
The reality of it all.
Yeah,
I like men who actually put some sort of description on their bio.
Yeah,
so I can actually get a sense.
Because I think that means that you take it a little bit more serious when you do that.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah. Set your intentions, please.
Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of the nigga that just says, hit me up.
Come find out.
That literally is like
I mean,
it'll probably scare you away. Like, I don't think I want to find out. I don't want to hit you up. I personally don't want to know.
Like,
girl, at all. Or the ones that'll, when you're messaging me, actually have something to say. Say, hey, what's up? Hey,
Mm.
beautiful. Don't put an emoji. Don't put a heart, put a fire,
they put
a
it.
smiley face, and a cool face, and a wet sign.
Wait, but what is
Cold
the heart
reality
in
that
the
I'm speaking
flame?
of.
What is that?
What?
The heart and the flame. What does that even translate to?
It means like
You're
you
fire.
you fine, you fire. You
Oh,
got my heart on fire.
You got my heart on,
oh,
I don't know, your heart on fire.
oh, oh.
Or some
Lord
niggas
have
will put
mercy.
the eyeballs, like
Oh
they
yes,
looking.
Yeah, look,
And
yes,
then I
like they
put the
looking.
looking back. So I guess we just trading emojis. You put the
We just
eyeball,
looking
I
at each
put
other.
the eyeball. You put the flame, I put the flame. We just gonna go back
Or
and
what
forth.
about the messages when they message you? What's up?
I don't really like what's up. I
I
mean,
don't
I
like
kind of
that. Like, you don't know how to start a conversation. You can't greet me. I mean, I guess that is a greeting, but can we keep it going? Like, they make you force a conversation out of it.
the
That's a
ones
con for
that
me.
yes, the ones that I'll actually give my number to are the ones that can actually hold a conversation. The ones that we're
Well,
actually going
we ain't
back
got
and
to the
forth.
number yet. We still on the app at this point.
But I'm saying that's how you get to my number. Like you
Yeah,
can actually hold some sort of conversation. That those
Within the
are the
app.
exactly.
yes. Those
Mhm.
are the pros of dating. Because what I'm saying, we out here, like I said, in this panoramic, and we need something to do. We need to talk to somebody, talk to each other. But so we getting into the cons.
the
Ni-
cons is you can
Niggas
look
is
at
getting tired of online. I've seen some really rough profiles. I've seen
Man.
some. Are you gonna just small talk? Hit you with the small talk. I don't want to hear that.
Yes.
Don't just match me if you ain't gonna say nothing. These
The
niggas
angry profiles. Like, okay,
are angry
you're fine.
profiles.
honestly, I have no input because I've never met a guy online. Every guy
Lucky
that I've dated, it's been either through
I have.
a meeting, like a actual in the streets interaction. One was through church, one was from high school.
Church.
One,
Church.
church.
yeah, I met a guy at church.
Praise God.
Church.
That's lovely.
That is, girl.
I
Like
cannot
the
relate.
first, okay, first of all, I met my very best friend and my ex in church. And
Wait. Church? Okay,
Hold
continue.
on, hold on.
Proceed.
okay, so the
We
dude
gonna
that
have
I
to
was talking
unpack
to, his
that.
family
We got
didn't approve of me. He invited me to church, and I had a badass sunburn, right? This, albinism issue, right?
Ooh.
I'm outside cheering for a pep rally, thinking that I'm safe because we was under the shade, but it was Florida heat. Yeah, I still got burnt to a crisp, and I still had to go to church that night. And when I went to church that night, I met two of my good friends at church, and y'all see me keep looking back because Liam on the floor. And I met two of my good friends at church, and it's been what 15, almost 20 years now, and we're all still good friends or whatever. So yeah, I met him through church. And then of course I met my husband through our circle, and all that kind of stuff. Like I've never met any person besides my friends online. Like I met y'all online. I dated and courted y'all online. I think that's the same thing. I messaged y'all and I started
Yeah.
a conversation, and I thought it was weird at first because I was like, I wonder if she thinks I'm weird or trying to hit on her. On some occasions I was.
Does she like me?
I'm
And
dead.
she liked
She
me.
like
So
me.
y'all do
Think I'm
online
weird.
friendship dating.
Yeah, like I got that online experience. I met y'all.
That's close enough. I mean,
I mean,
Well,
that's
and
pretty
actually,
good.
not
that's
y'all, because
It's
you,
kind of the same approach.
our moms were friends, so technically I met you in person. Gabby, we ran through you in the mall. So
yeah.
Brittany,
Y'all
you're
about
the
the
only
only friends that
person.
I have in
Brittany's
Yeah,
the only. Yeah, I met Brittany online.
yeah, you're the only person, Britt, that I met online. You're
Hmm.
my online sweetheart.
Oh, isn't that nice?
Thank you.
Oh,
Oh,
How cute.
yeah.
How cute.
I
Okay,
mean,
so I like the whole online dating thing, but my whole issue is I start online, but I hardly ever meet them because I have a bad habit of just losing interest and ghosting them like
That's
3 days
me.
later,
That is me.
next day.
That is me 100%. And then when they're like,
Continuously stimulating me, no. Yeah, so
and they're
I
like, can I see you? And I'm just throwing out all type of, nah, I'm gay.
don't
I got stuff to
Okay,
do.
so
I actually have met a lot of them online. And honestly, I will say I feel for my boys online because looking for a woman online is a terrible, terrible thing.
it's
2 stars, wouldn't recommend.
women lie online worse than the men do. Like at least men are honest. They be like, listen,
Worse
Yes,
than men.
like
yes, because if
yeah.
you see a picture of that man, it's him. You got to worry about it being a catfish with a woman. It could be another man. It,
Oh
it
my
could
god.
be it
I'm
could
glad
be
I
a
know that.
trans girl, and you're not into trans women.
it's
The
true.
rabbit hole of going down when you're dating is a deep one. When I meet up with guys, they're like, "Oh, I'm so glad you look just like your pictures." I'm like, "Oh, is that a thing?" And they're like,
Like, people really
"Yes,
do that?
yes." Like niggas have told me that they
Catfish
have
is
sped
all
off on bitches.
So, so then I think it's time. This is the perfect time to do our Sagui and play our game. What
to
do you think?
be or not to be ghosted.
Ghosting.
To be or not to be? Just
I think Brittany got the scenarios. We're gonna pop out some
The
dating
joy.
scenarios, and we will decide if it's
Okay.
worth continuing dating or ghosting because we ain't wasting our time in 2021.
Okay,
Mm-mm.
so I'm gonna throw out some scenarios and then I'm gonna go around and ask would y'all ghost or not ghost. So you have been talking to this guy on BLK. He's great, he's fun, he's cool. You've messaged him, y'all are FaceTiming, but you realize that this nigga always got his hat on. Like you're like, huh? He's got a hat on in every picture. Like, why is this nigga always wearing his hat? So then you're curious and you say, can I see a picture without your hat?
ah,
Is
I want to
it
go
you?
first on that one.
Is that you?
So
I
then
got
when
that
he
one.
takes off the hat, he's got a hairline that recedes back here. So do you go? Or keep talking to him. Q, I'm gonna start with you.
So I'm not gonna go because, baby, what's up under this hat? So we good. We is good.
I'm weak. Okay.
oh my God.
You good, baby, because I understand your struggle, daddy. I got you. I'm gonna hold your bald head ass down. We ball together, babe.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was not expecting.
I was not expecting. Oh God.
oh shit.
Like for me, I would try not to be shallow. I would try not to be shallow. Just trying to give him a chance, but I would probably just laugh in his face.
Oh God. Fire him up every chance you get. Say your bald head ass. That's why your hairline all the way back here.
That's all that.
You salute like this.
Uh, sir, yes, sir.
Big dog hairline ass. Oh God.
Not to shame, but
But no, like I seen a picture.
Oh God.
I seen on Facebook. I seen on not on Facebook, but on Tinder, where this guy that I liked, he had on a hat in every picture, even when he was water skiing. I was like, oh, that nigga, he's a hat fish. How do you have a hat on and you water skiing?
You'll never find blum 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 a hairline like mine.
So, Krisha, will you ghost?
Maybe I'm ghosting. I'm not gonna fuck around. I'm gonna ghost this thing. I got time. Because I
And
know
then she's honest.
I'll be
I'm
honest.
a ghost too. I'm gonna answer that.
Listen, I know me. I know my mouth, and I'm an alpha female. So for me, you gotta have them there all for me to chill when you speak, because every time he talk and he try to be serious and try to put his foot down, all I'm gonna do is look at his hairline and I'm gonna laugh. He gonna feel disrespected. He gonna have problem after problem. It ain't gonna work. So I'm just gonna ghost him. I know me. I'm sorry, first. You a good conversation, but no, you and your hairline.
Oh, shit.
Try that LeBron and then come back. Good.
Oh,
Okay, so I have another scenario.
that shit made my
You're
stomach.
on a double date.
Ooh.
You're on a double date. He decides that he wants you to come out. Y'all been seeing each other a couple of times. You decide if you want to go out with him. You go out with his cousin and his cousin's girlfriend. Everything is all good, all cool. When it's time to pay, he pays and everything. Y'all lay the tip down, but cousin decides he wants to come back behind and pick up the tip and put the tip in his pocket.
What? Okay.
What the f-
Now, meanwhile, this is his cousin. This was not him, but the dude you with finds this shit hilarious. That
Okay.
he picks the tip up. He is laughing his ass off at the shit. Do you ghost or not? Chris.
Damn.
Damn, that's a hard one because I've done that back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I've been that immature person that was like, bro, you finna take the tip for real? Oh my God. And walked off. Like, you know what I'm saying? But as a full-blown adult now, I would kind of think that's a little immature. And that would make me question his entire character. You know what I mean? But it also depends on the waiter now, because you know what I'm saying? If the waiter was a good waiter, or if this person made us wait and they were an asshole, service was terrible. Because if it was all that, baby, that change deserved to go to the cousin. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The restaurant already getting paid for our food, but your tip is based on your service. That's how I feel.
Gabby?
I mean, it kind of just depends on, like we said, the way the whole night. If it was like a goofy ass night, then I'm probably gonna be laughing with them. But if it's like on, like, say if we were at like Mr. Chow's on some fancy shit, I'm gonna be like,
yeah, like Houston's or something.
You can't be playing up in here. So it depends. But
wait,
like,
mama.
I'm gonna ghost them anyway, so it don't matter.
Can't be playing in here.
Hold up. She said I'm gonna ghost him, and it don't matter. She gonna ghost him anyway.
Like,
He gonna do something. She gonna ghost him.
Q?
Don't even matter. It does kind of depend. Like that's a tough one. Like
That's a tough one.
it depends. It depends on the situation. It depends on how the night was going. It depends on where we're at. It all depends. Like, because I mean, it could just be a shitty ass waiter or waitress, and the shit'll be hilarious. Like, that's what I ass get. Fuck that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Your manager, albinism.
Albinism.
Tell the manager I said albinism.
Y'all don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, I got another scenario.
Okay.
Y'all are on y'all first date. Y'all are on y'all first date. He takes you to a fire restaurant. You guys have a great time. He pays. Y'all ball out. Y'all eat. Y'all drink. Y'all be merry. When y'all are texting or FaceTime and talking later, he says to you, I want you to take me. Now it's my turn for you to wine and dine me, because I want to see if you real. I want to see if I can get what I'm giving. Do you ghost or take this nigga on a date?
Oh, I'm taking him on a date. I go first.
Okay.
I'm taking him clean on a date, sir. This ain't what you want, because that to me builds a wonderful foundation. Because if we finna go back and forth on who can outdate each other, then shit. I mean, let's go, cause sir, it's gonna be nothing. We're gonna be going on trips fucking with me. We're gonna be across the world, cause what you want, and then he ain't gonna have no choice but to outdo that. So I'm fine with that. I ain't ghosting him. I like him.
I like the challenge, but I don't know. It depends
You
on
gonna
how
ghost
that
them
message
anyway.
is
Maybe
delivered.
you ghost everybody.
Exactly, you gonna ghost them anyway. So I mean,
But would I ghost him on that date? Probably not. Maybe. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Would you take him on a date?
See, it depends on. Probably
She
not.
just said you
I
had a good
just set it
time.
up. I said you guys had a good time.
And good chemistry. You enjoyed yourself. You loved it, and you wouldn't take him out on a date.
I'm with you, Gabby, because this scenario is very, very close to me. I was talking to a guy. I don't know if I'm talking to this nigga or not. I don't know if I'm talking.
wait a
I don't know what
minute.
I'm doing. I don't
Ghost
know.
them.
I don't know. Geminis hate them. Anyway,
Ghost them.
so this scenario is he said the same thing to me as take me on a date. And I was like, eh. But now that you say it, Krisha, maybe, but I'm not talking to him right now, so we might not never know.
I would do it. I would definitely do it. I'm doing it. Bitch, let's go. I don't mind like being that person. Like, I'll take you out. I'll because especially if you'll do it for me. Like you get what I'm saying? You're gonna take me out, you're gonna spin bags and wine and dine me. So I have no problem doing it. Baby, put on a nice suit. Let me take you to a fancy restaurant.
Right.
Okay, y'all matching energy. I guess.
Okay, okay.
Energy. Yeah, you want to take me out, and you want me to take you out. That means to me, you like to go out. You like to do.
Mhm.
I'm that person anyway.
I didn't think of it that way.
You know, like,
I want
because then that means that he's interested. He want to see if you are as open to new things as probably he is. Like, if I can do this for you, I don't want to be the only one doing it. I want to see if you can match my speed, because I might run out of an idea, but here you come with a fresh one, like, boom, I got it. Let us go here. It keeps the flow going. So, yeah, I'll take him. Yeah.
So that segues us into
Sagui,
whatever.
Since y'all
That's
talk about
we about to
multiple
Sagugu into the next phase. So once you've dated, you've decided that you've liked the person. So now what? Dating and relationships. And I also want to set this up to where there will be a part 2 to this podcast where we'll keep extending, because this conversation is too good for only part 1. So there will be a part 2.
I like that.
Ooh, part 2.
Part 2.
All right. So y'all feeling each other. Y'all, you like him, he like you. Yo, you didn't ghost him, Gabby. That's your man.
Okay.
Because let the record show, let me interject. There is somebody that Gabby likes right now.
Yeah.
She like a guy. She like her Amiya.
So now, okay, so you like this dude now. Y'all imagine you're in a relationship. Now y'all together, y'all got a couple years under your belt. You might even be married, right?
Look how she looking.
Listen, honey, I thought the same thing, but hey, so never say never, because I said never and all my nevers came to
Did she
fruition.
say Overton won't like that? Okay.
That's Michaela.
I want to see the best man and he get to eat the rice. He gonna be fine. But you're together now. You're married. You're dating. You're in a long-term relationship. What do you do? How do you keep that up? How do you keep the spice going? Because it's easy to spark the fire, but sometimes how do you maintain the flame? You know what I mean? I can speak on that personally. I'm in that phase right now. I am newly married. Well, I guess you could still say we're newly married. We just had our 1-year anniversary this past weekend.
Happy anniversary. Do you know
It's the anniversary. Do you know what today is?
Hey, anniversary.
And shout out Liam for being 6 months old.
Yes, and then
man.
we're 6 months old in the same situation, because this is exactly when I found out I was pregnant with him and I couldn't drink at the wedding. So that was fun. Yay. Well, I'm sorry, Lord. I guess he was angry at me for acting like that was a problem.
Oh, that was some thunder.
Forgive me. No, but and you know, it was kind of hard in that transition of being pregnant, newly married, trying to still date my husband and get all that squared away in the same breath. And it was hard. It is a hard switch. It's even harder to maintain with kids. You know what I'm saying? Whether you are dating outside or dating your spouse, it's hard, especially with a baby. But we find ways to make it work. Sometimes we go on a date with him. Like we've decided if we can't find, we decided if we can't find someone to watch him, we would just take him with us. So we have gone on plenty of dates now with him, and it's been fine. Like we sit him in the high chair, we feed him and throw him in there, and then we still have our conversation, we still have our drink, we talk, we enjoy each other. So it still works, you know what I mean? And we still get to have that bond with each other and with him now. We just kind of said, fuck it. Like, we can't fight it, so we just go along with it. So that's kind of been working for our dynamic. Didn't work for some people, but for us, it's been working. And I just think it's really about just finding that balance. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that's new gets old. You know what I mean? Everything gets routine. So and then you have people, little people especially, that like to interrupt adult time. So you just got to find ways to work around it. It's hard, but it is doable. It's manageable. And it gets easier. Like at first, y'all remember I used to be like, oh my God, I thought the world was ended. But it's beautiful outside. I see the light now. I am in it. It is lovely. That's why Sunflower is here.
Lemon pepper
Yeah.
wings with the freeze cups.
No,
what?
but I'm saying, like,
I'm
especially
excited for. That's
Huh?
that's what I'm excited for. That part of date. Like, I just want to wake up and have a husband that I can date. That's what
Yeah.
I like. The whole dating pool. The sea is polluted. All those
Yeah.
Bruh,
Like,
are
that's,
dead.
I'm so tired of being for the street.
Tuna.
let me tell you something. It's fun because we literally will do stuff like we have done in the past where we'll drive separate, go to the same place, and he'll try to hit on me. If some other dude come up to me, he will wait till another dude is there and then come up and just swoop me up, type of stuff. Like we idiot shit. And it's fun, you know what I'm saying? It's like I get to recreate different scenarios with the same person. So it's like I get to kind of live out all my dating fantasies is just with the same dude. And it takes work to that because again, you both got to be on the same page. It takes some arguing, takes some readjusting, some compromise.
Right, Liam.
Liam is not trying to compromise right now.
And all of that too. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, it's manageable and it's doable. What do you guys think it is, or what have been your experiences dating in your previous relationships? Because I know you guys are single right now and mingling, but you have been in relationships. I'm saying you have been in long-term relationships before. What have been your experiences with dating in your previous relationships?
I mean, you have to be able to kind of, because I've been in a long-term relationship. I was with a nigga for like 10 years. Like, that's a long time to be looking at the same motherfucker. So you have to come up with ways to keep things spicy, and you have to also know that each other is going to also grow and change. I think a lot of times things get stale because you expect your partner to stay the same. And you don't. Everybody is growing and changing and evolving on a day-to-day basis. So I think it takes work to constantly get to know each other all the time. Don't all expect for their minds to change, for things to grow. I keep it spicy. Like play games. I used to play games with my ex. Like she said, I used to put on different rigs and meet this nigga places.
Hello.
We used to have sex in weird places.
Make it feel like he cheating.
Yes. She's following me, drip down the side of me.
I'm just saying he ain't meet Sunflower yet because he ain't been home.
Oh my God. He coming home to a new one.
Well, let me ask y'all a funny question. Where's the craziest place y'all had sex?
Oh God.
You.
Oh God.
I take no parts in that.
Oh
You
God.
come on, just say a play.
No, like I'm saying, I haven't y'all may say some shit and I'll be like, damn, I ain't did that yet. Like there's no random like what the fuck in the car. Like what the fuck? No.
I
If
feel
that's your
so
place, that's
bad
your place.
because it's like, where have I not?
See, I
My
don't have
craziest place,
I want to get like that.
my craziest place was behind the church.
Oh my God.
I be loving when she do that.
What?
That's what I was saying too.
Wow.
Calling for Joseph, Mary, and the disciples.
Oh shit.
Well.
Damn, the craziest.
Alrighty then.
Yo, probably an elementary school parking.
Class is in session.
I mean, you know, the principal called me to the office.
What?
Wait a minute.
Wait. You said elementary school?
I sat at an elementary school parking lot, and then there was a grocery store parking lot, and so many places. Lord, I don't even. I feel so bad now.
That is so funny. What
I
about you,
got
Gabby?
one place that I feel bad about. It's not really crazy in like the full theory, but if you know this person, you'll be like, yeah, you wild. Because I had sex in my friend's bed, and he still don't know. Well, maybe.
No, he know now.
I ain't saying who it is, but I felt like my life was in danger. I'm like, you gonna come home and kill both of us. But it was all worth it.
You know what? It's not a crazy place, but I have done it with a best friend in the other room.
I've done it with my best friend in the room, in the car with me.
My best friend just
I've
walked
done
in the
that.
room on
I've
me.
done that.
Who would do such a thing? Who?
I was mad. My best friend went to sleep.
While they were intimate. Oh my God, that's so intrusive. Who would do that? That is terrible.
Right? Who would just walk in the room while you're engaging in adult activity? Who
Right,
would
who
do
does
that?
something like
That's
that?
a
When you're in a
terrible
room minding your business, who would walk in and high
Who
five
would
you
just do that?
and talk about how the other friend
Wait,
did
but
in bed?
at least, she gave me the decency of walking out.
She sat down next to me and had a conversation.
Oh.
And she was like, "What you doing?" I'm like, I'm fucking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, cool.
And she asked him, what are you doing? He's like,
I'm fucking her.
what?
I was being a whole asshole that day. I swear.
Listen, she walked in the room. She was like, "Oh, my bad," and walked clean out. Oh no, she goes to sit down and have a whole conversation with you.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me just explain myself. Okay, let me explain myself. First of all, with you, Q, I had no idea. Okay, I thought that was entertainment. Activities that I thought he was gone. I didn't know he was entertainment. You understand?
You thought he was entertainment. You didn't know he was entertainment.
Yes.
Deeper than
So wait, we're gonna hold that thought, y'all, and we're gonna segui our way into closing the show off. And this will be part 2, where we're gonna elaborate more on this conversation. Because this is a good one.
We gotta
And
do this.
will you join us for part 2?
Sure, I'm down. I am
So
definitely
Q will be
down.
back for part 2. And this has been Melanin Not Included, where I'm Brittany Bentega, Gab Galore, sunflower seed, whatever fuck she got going on. And we will catch y'all here next Wednesday for part 2.
Bye.
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 I need to